Remarkably clutch. Like, I can't believe how great this game was. I just don't get it. I'm like, they're wizards over there, Warhorse. So that's why, even though it's very slight, very subtle, barely noticeable, like down to like 50s, maybe high 40s, there's just moments I'm walking around the monastery and it just slight dips for like a second or two, and then like we're back up. It's just, I guess, a testament to their overall polish of the product that they did such a good job where I just noticed a little bit framed it below 60 here on PC, and I go, wait, I gotta let you all know about that. But just, I guess, something to be on the lookout for if that stuff really disturbs you. But overall, as I played through all this, I liked what was here a lot. I can't sit here and tell you comfortably, like, everyone's going to love this, because I get the divisive things I like about this aren't going to be the most agreeable. I do love stealth in KCD2. I do love the walking and talking of KCD2. Like, I just love quest lines that me going around, talking to people, collecting information, because the game does such a great job of trusting your intelligence as a player, respecting that a lot. And so, to me, the walking and talking is always, like, mentally stimulating, because I know it's going to quiz me at some point. It's going to test me at some point. There's no, like, bring up my quest log and check what the game's telling me. There's really none of that here. So, again, I love that this embraces a lot of that element of the game that I'm a big fan of. It just doesn't embrace as much of the struggle that KCD2 is known for. It's very much, I would say, frictionless. Like, the only friction you have, though, is the 4 stealth segments that I don't feel are very early 2010s, like we talked about with other games doing 4 stealth segments where you're like, they're just like Star Wars Outlaws, where you're like, this feels terrible. I never got that feeling, especially because it's very easy to manipulate the AI in this game, and it kind of responds to you well. The level itself is open enough where it's not really going to be challenging stealth in the slightest. See, unfortunately, the only thing I can't throw into this video is how it stacks up to the other DLC. The other thing I can see an issue is, like, think about how big this game is, how exciting this game is, how unbelievably great it is. And so I think for some people, just good isn't enough for Warhorse. And I can see a world where, like, this is the final DLC. This should be like a big one. And it is big, just like it may not strike the exact chord you were looking for, like the rest of the game. But it does do something a bit different, and I respect it for that. So yes, unfortunately, in the sponsored video, I'm the one with the slight hot take here. But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. Not something I think you have to go out and sprint and start a new playthrough for, or pay for, and, like, pick up your old save file immediately. But definitely something I think is worth playing at some point down the line. If you go to do a replay of KCD2 like a year from now, or they're doing this Royal Edition now with all the DLC together, and finally pick it up then, like, definitely not time poorly spent as far as I'm concerned. But I'd love to hear from you. Have you been playing Mysteria Ecclesiae? Great game. Let me know down below. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll catch you in the...
I saw the game doing very well, actually.
Running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line?
Oh, is that it? Ooh, that's super exciting.
Open up lanes to
We're
run
back
through.
in the game.
Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
You know what we're going to do?
High coverage and
We're
an
gonna fight the
incomplete pass. The
bosses.
defense knocks it away.
Today we are going to fight the bosses.
And the Jayhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. So Houston's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. To throw, it's Lindsey. And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Oh, he's got some space. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball in second and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable third down.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better defense has 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game, something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? In the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this week.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Looking for a man. It's Marshall. Makes the grab. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job.
Breaks into the open.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They go to the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And that is what every single defense wants, man. They got to get those negative plays so you can put them in predictable situations. They gave up some yardage, but that's okay. Getting the sack, now forcing the 3rd and long, gear up the pass rushers, bring in some extra DBs, and try to go get them again.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
Creates a little room. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Jayhawks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of the long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. Picked off! What a play by this defense! Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Jayhawks in a good spot here with second and short. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what?
Turning it on! Headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Kansas!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter. Kansas has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. From the gun, he leads it with the back. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Trying to make magic on the scramble. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. All right, guys, let's chat about Kansas. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback in a third down situation, knowing exactly where the first down marker was. It wasn't there open to throw the football. He was very smart. He got out, he took off running, knew exactly where he...
Throw to the end zone, picked off. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. They can feel uncomfortable. They can feel that pressure. Keep getting them on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. The sure hands, it's White. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, I think the experience on offense was a big reason why the head coach felt confident going for it there on fourth down. He has a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've been in these big game moments before. Ice in their veins. You saw it there on that completion to keep the sticks moving.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to throw, it's Lindsey. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Kansas offense returns to the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership.
Hauls it in down the sideline. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Now, how about the communication by the big fellas up front? Picking up that blitz, QB wasn't even close to being touched. That was as pristine a pocket as you will see.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Hold.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. They'll run it out of the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Now on second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
To the air, it's Marshall. Fires to the big fella. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on move. And the Jayhawks will have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. Got a little space. There he goes. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Jayhawks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Now on 1st and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Looking to scramble. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. It's complete to the left. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Got his man downfield. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere there today in Lawrence. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's kick it back to the guys at Kansas Memorial Stadium.
The Houston offense comes onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking. Very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Looking for room. It's Dickey. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Slithers into space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
To the air. It's Lindsey. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's when he catch it, big fella.
Pulls and fires complete. Can't get him to the ground. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Houston will be forced to punt. Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Skips away from pressure. And he left that one short. Tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits it right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They've taken 3 haymakers right across the jaw, down 21-0, but David, now the chance to answer.
And this defense has been suffocating. And this is so hard. When you don't have the answers early, man, and the defense hits you in the mouth, you've got to find some plays quickly here to try to make this a football game.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of pride. They're not used to being in this position. I think it's going to take one effort, one individual great play to finally wake this team up and get them back some momentum.
And that pass will be jarred loose close on second down. That brings up third down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Scanning the field, it's Lindsey. Got his man. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Wants to throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Cougars with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Under fire. He's got his man. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And
he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass, it's Marshall. Now adjusting. He'll try to do it himself. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the break, and Kansas has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now they're going to throw it. Still looking on the move. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
The play-action fake. Escapes the pressure going right. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Jayhawks will try to convert on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop.
This junior making his presence felt and making after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Jayhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Quick completion to the right. Oh, he's got some space. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Hand off to the fullback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The give to the big fullback. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Jayhawks. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Dennis. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Houston offense once again. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. Houston wants to play fast.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Hauls it in. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Pass completion, move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. The Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to throw, it's Lindsey. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here, missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
That's caught. It's Dickey. Breaks into the open. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. In this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. He's got it. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got it in the middle. It's Thurman. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Looking to pass. It's Lindsey. Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. Give to the fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off.